Great. So very nice piece of ice from our friend Aaron. If you go overboard, he will save you, normally. But since that does not happen often, well, he brings us ice. Everybody will be able to hold it, take a picture of it. If you want a taste of it, that's actually possible. I can cut a small piece for you. Just before this, I'm going to do a short presentation of the lagoon. I hope we can answer some of your questions. Starting with some numbers, as for the moment, the lagoon is about 30 kilometers square, 9 kilometers long. Its deepest point is at 300 meters deep, which is also the deepest point in Iceland. Actually quite a young lagoon, only about 92 years old. It started to form in the 1930s when the glacier at Jökulsárlón, that we can see over there, entered in contact with the ocean and started to melt away due to the salt into the water, forming the lagoon. So as the glacier is melting, the lagoon is also getting bigger years after years. It's melting fast, about a meter every day, about 300 meters per year. We think that in 80 to 85 years, the branch, this one that is coming inside the lagoon, called the Jökulsárlón, will be completely gone. This means that instead of a lagoon here, we'll have a fjord, a branch of the sea going inside land. The sea level will rise by 1 centimeter globally, and also we'll all have to find another job. Water here is 50% fresh water from the glacier, 50% salt water from the ocean. It's the only lagoon in Iceland which has a connection to the Atlantic Ocean. And this one is located under the bridge over there that you probably cross to come here. Water temperature is between 1 and 5 degrees Celsius, that's just above freezing temperature. However, here in the southern part of the lagoon, due to the salt in the water and also the warmer temperatures, the water never freezes, even during the winter. About the icebergs now. They are all between 800 and 1,200 years old, this piece included. They're actually part of the glacier that break off from it. They float on the lagoon for a couple of weeks. Once they are small enough, they go under the bridge into the ocean, and sometimes they wash up on the Diamond Beach. This can happen quickly, as the biggest one you see will be about this size in 3 months. Well, the difference in color of the iceberg, why some of them are white, why some of them are blue, that's actually a question of density and also due to the melting of the iceberg. When the iceberg is melting, part of it often happens to break off, and so the iceberg will have to move on the water to find a new balance. Sometimes it can just tilt a little bit, and sometimes it can completely flip over. The part you see that is very blue are the part that had been underwater so far and that just came out at the surface. The ice is very pure, very dense. It absorbs all the color from the light, but not the blue color, which is reflected, and give it this clear, transparent, nice blue color. But once those blue parts have been up to the surface for about 10 to 15 hours, as it is melting, there's oxygen getting inside the ice. With all the small air bubbles, the blue one becomes white. Black color on top of the iceberg, mostly ashes from volcanic eruption, also some sand and sediment, sometimes it's just seal poop. When you see stripes or layers of black color, that's because it's different volcanic eruption. In between those two layers, it happened about hundreds of years, as 20 meters of snow are necessary to make only 1 centimeter of ice. Also, maybe a quick question for you. According to you, how many percent of the iceberg can we see at the surface? How many percent of the iceberg?
20.
10 around here? 8%? Anyone else? At 15? Okay, well, actually it's only 10%, so somebody got it right. 90% of it's underwater. We don't really know about its shape nor size, and that's why we cannot get too close, because we don't want to end up like, you know, in this famous movie. By the way, if you've seen the Titanic, it was not filmed here. Movies have been made here, 2 James Bond, Tomb Raider, and also an Indian film, Dilwale. Just a quick word about the animals living here. There's around 200 seals. It's good that you've seen one at the beginning of the tour, no, you cannot ask for a refund anymore. There's around 200. It's quite a paradise for them. They have a lot of food to eat, such as some salmon, struts, herrings also. They don't have any predator inside of the lagoon, as the connection to the sea is too shallow for bigger animals to come inside. So all in all, they are happily swimming alongside of a nice collection of cell phones and cameras. Alright, has somebody brought the drinks?